Okay, so you guys know how excited I am that we have Miss Ashleen Caino. If you've ever wondered how you pronounce her last name, it is Caino. And I think I learned that first when we had our first team cup together, and I learned a lot about you then. It was 2013, is that right?
What?
So we joined forces with Heather and a few other coaches on Team Boss, and basically said we're going to blow this team cup out of the water, which meant we were going to max out on all of our points. Maxing out meant 35 points. 30 or 35?
I think it was 30, that one.
Okay. So, okay, mind you, we had barely, hit Success Club 5 prior to that, for months. And we were like, this is scary, this is crazy, but we're going to do it. And we're also going to hit Diamond in this month. So this was 9 months in to coaching. You've been in for what?
About 7.
7 months. So we were success partners for the entire month, and we hit Diamond. We maxed out on our points. We all had 30 plus Success Club points. We were like, oh my God, this is crazy. We never knew we could put like that much into it. And from there, I think we kind of learned that there's, you can do anything you put your mind to. Also, Ashleen and I met in person for the first time Summit 2013. She was Prego, and we immediately, hit it off. We were already close friends from Facebook, and since then we've been on so many other trips together. We've been to Leadership, Go Pro. We've been, another summit and Cancun. Yeah, lots of partying. Yeah, so anyway, she's a close friend of mine, and before we turn it over, I'm going to do a little recognition since people are getting on here. So I got my phone so I can read, because we had this past month was amazing. Like I just really was blown out of the water with Success Club. We had Jennifer Maxwell at 16 points, Jennifer Hayes at 16, David Keith at 13, Stacey Helms at 11, Kristen Hansen at 11, I'm going to say Christy Bizignano. She's one of my best friends, and I still don't know how to pronounce her last name. So I butcher your last name. It's not because I don't love you. It just means that I butcher names. Jeanette Hickel at 8, Tony Serrano at 7, Christina Remig at 6, Shelby Beck at 6, Kara Jurek at 6, Cassidy Jefferson Austin at 6. She also hit Emerald. Okay, real quick, I gotta say, she messaged me. She said, I'm gonna hit Success Club and I'm gonna hit Emerald this month. I'm gonna do it. She just made it happen. She said, no excuses. I'm gonna make this happen, and she's blowing me away. So congratulations on Emerald as well. Sarah Dodgen at 5, Denise Sandberg at 5, and Nicole Anderson at 5. So congratulations, everybody. That's awesome. And so July, obviously, we have Summit coming next week. It's going to be amazing. And if you're not going to Summit, then there's going to be a couple things streamed. Like I think that with the general session or something like that is going to be streamed. But just pay attention to all the vomiting that we do on Facebook with all the news and all that stuff that's coming up. So, all right. So you can tell I'm excited to have Ashleen on the phone call. So I'm going to let her do her thing, and I'm going to shut up.
No, please keep talking. I love listening to you. Seriously, I'm so excited to be doing this call for you guys. Posh Empire or Team Posh? What are we calling ourselves these days?
Posh Empire.
Woo! Love it. Well, I'm seriously humbled, I guess would be the word, to be here. My heart is like going a mile a minute right now. I'm really nervous. I'm used to talking to my team, but not really like other people's team. Like, well, I know stuff. So bear with me. First of all, I want to get a screenshot. So everyone's going to smile, okay? And I want to be like, yeah, this is going on Facebook. So smile, my lovelies. Yeah. Okay, I like to have fun. Okay, I have some pens and paper because I do talk a little bit fast and nervous, and I am from Ireland, so you're going to hear my accent come out a little bit. Sorry if you don't understand or anything. There's actually a little bit of feedback coming through, Natalie. I'm wondering, is it this person at the bottom? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, so have some pen and paper, and I'm just really, first of all, going to share my story. Natalie went into it a little bit there because I just want you all to know my journey and where I came from, and then just going to go into a little bit about Success Club and some tips to help you all grow and get better and reach your own goals. So yeah, I became a coach about 2.5 years ago now. It was September 2012. For me personally, I was never into fitness or anything like that. I was that girl who was always skipping gym class like my entire life. I'd be hiding behind the school smoking, on the run from the teachers. Started drinking at a young age. It was Ireland, smoking at a young age. I was just generally unhealthy. I wasn't really overweight. I had a good 20 pounds I could lose. It was just, you know, it was pudge. Just never really fit. So anyway, yeah, I moved here from Ireland like 6 years ago now because I was backpacking and I met a boy on day 3 in the United States and we fell in love and he's now my husband and we have a baby. But yeah, we had to do a lot of border hopping. This is really my story. I would be here for 3 months, Ireland for 3 months, back and forth, back and forth. It was really hard. It was really strained. And so we got married. We knew we wanted to be together. However, I was still waiting for my green card. And even though we were married, after 1.5 years of being together, I still had to go back to Ireland for 5 months, completely separated. He wasn't allowed to come over because in order for me to get my green card, he had to be working and show that he could support me if he brought me. So he couldn't come. And I couldn't come into the country because I was waiting for papers. So it was a very long time to be without your significant other, and it was horrible. I was basically going to fall into a depression and I needed to do something. So while I was in the States, I had seen this infomercial for this crazy program. I'm like, what is that? I know I could never do it, but I want to try it. I want to challenge myself. Of course, it was insanity. So I got a hold of that. Not necessarily legally at the time. It's funny how most coaches start that way, isn't it? But I downloaded my Insanity and it was the only thing I ever stuck to. I did it for 60 days solidly. I focused on it. It was my thing every day. It was my therapy to get me through what I was going through in my life. I never set out to be healthier, but I was that girl who tried a load of things. I tried pills. I tried every single thing you can imagine on the shopping channels. I had tried, you know, but I never actually had that full solution, you know, of a program and a meal plan and everything and just go for it. And of course I didn't have Shaun T in my life, right? So anyway, I did that and I ended up getting like amazing results with it. I felt like a new person. I suddenly found this passion for fitness, which I would have never believed anyone if they told me I'd be doing something like this for my career, because that just wasn't me. And yeah, I fell in love with it. I was screaming it from the rooftops. And I think at that point, that's where my coach, Heather Foltz, found me somewhere on Facebook. And she was like, okay, I want to be your coach. I'm like, okay, cool. So I ended up doing another round of Insanity. So I did 2 in a row. And that got me through my time in Ireland completely, 2 like 60-day sessions. And I flew back. I had an amazing body, this whole passion for fitness. The husband was very pleased. Hi, Billy. Sorry, Billy has a special place in my heart. Yeah, so I came here, and the next thing you know, I'm talking with Heather, and she's like, if you're screaming this stuff from the rooftops, you need to be a coach. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know anything about the business opportunity at all. Like nothing. I had a degree in human body from university in Ireland, but I couldn't get a job with that over here at all. I had to do retail. Everything was minimum wage. I was working in coffee shops. I worked in Whole Foods Market, which I loved because I was working with nutrition and supplements and the knowledge was amazing. But it was still just, you know, scraping by. I wasn't really contributing anything. But yeah, when Heather offered me this opportunity, it was never about money. I honestly didn't know you could make money with it. I just wanted to be more accountable and to stay on my journey now that I was back with my husband. I didn't want to slip and fall back. So anyway, I started doing it, and the next thing I was in this Team Boss page, and there's people in there talking about Success Club and like all these other things. And back then, we didn't have the training that you all have. We didn't have, you know, this 30-day boot camp or anything like that. We had these crappy attempts of a few videos and on the Coach Online Office, and that was about it. It really was, you know, sink or swim. And so I dived into that and everything. I didn't make my first sale until 3 months into being a coach. I was trying. It's not like I wasn't trying, but I was an immigrant and I literally had no network, right? So this is where I bust everyone's objection when it comes to, I don't know anyone. I literally knew no one in this country, okay? I knew my husband and our roommates that we were living with in their house and no one else, and I made this work. I just got to work online. I started building relationships with people online. That's how I met Heather. That's how we met each other. That's how I started building up my client base, making friends with people. I created a free group. That's how I really started. Piled everyone in that page. We kept each other motivated. And then, started going in there for the kill with the inviting eventually. And it started to work. But I wasn't one of those people that blasted off and rocketed out the gate. 3 months to sell one challenge pack. It took a long time for me. And even then I didn't hit Success Club that month. I hit it the next month. And that was so hard. And I hold the world record for hitting Success Club on the last minute because of that month. The prize back then in that month was to win a free ticket to Coach Summit. And I wanted to go. And I didn't really think I would want to invest in it that much in the time because I didn't see so much about the grand picture of Beachbody. But I knew I wanted to try. If I could get this for free, I would definitely go. So I pushed so hard to hit Success Club that month, and I did it. I did it at 8:45 p.m., which is like 11:45 Eastern. I got it in the last couple of minutes. I got my 5 points, first time I ever did it. So that was like a huge achievement for me. And from then on, I just kept pushing, kept trying to hit it. I didn't want to lose that. There were a few months where I maybe got 4 points, but the point was that was definitely my benchmark. I had to achieve it. So yeah, flash forward like 3 more months, and Heather's like, "Hey, do you want to join the Team Cup group?" And that's where I really made friends with Natalie and Adrian and Sarah and Heather, of course. I just want to apologize. My camera really, really slows down for some reason. I have no idea why, but I'm getting a new laptop, and it happens on all my team calls. So I'm sorry if that's. Okay, so yeah, that's, where Natalie was just saying we were in this Team Cup group together. And at that point, I was only doing Success Club for 5 a month. And at that, it was still a struggle. It wasn't overly consistent. But yeah, we knew we were with Heather. And, Heather doesn't really do anything small. She does things big. And she basically said to us all, like, if you're going to join this team, you're going to go all out. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I spent about 2 weeks prior to that Team Cup month just connecting with everyone around me, planting seeds with everyone around me that I was thinking of having this challenge coming up, but I wasn't directly inviting, which is a lot of seeds planted with people in my free group, friends, people I was making friends with online. So when that month came along, I went boom. I went straight in with the invites and ended up closing out that month from 5 points to 34. So if you could have told me I could have done that, that's also something I would not have believed. I don't think any of us would have believed it. That's the month where all of us, me and Natalie saw our you got that, Natalie? Thank you. But that's where we really saw our potential. So, Team Cup is coming up again next month. So you'll have to get into a team because this is where you really see what you're capable of. It's like something about the competition just makes you go bananas. I went diamond that month. The majority, I think we all went diamond. And from there onwards, that's where I, said to my husband, look, I know I can do 34 points in 1 month. Why can't I do this every month? I'm not saying I have been doing that every month, but definitely what I do now is between 20 and 30. There's been some months where I've done 40. The point is because I know I'm capable. And it's the same with you guys. It's like you just have to make a plan and just decide to go for it. And then that was 2013. So it was actually 2 years ago. And I got pregnant in that same month. So I started kind of putting the business on hold, which was a shame. For 9 months there, I didn't really do much. I was sort of coasting along, barely hitting Success Club 5. But as soon as that baby was out, and it was last January 2014, I went bananas, back into work. Been hitting Success Club 10 ever since. Because I just said, you know what, I've seen the opportunity now. I saw Natalie leave her job. She went full-time coaching. I've seen other people make money and free themselves in so many different ways that I was like, why not me? Why not? And at that point, my husband has always supported me since I've lived here, basically. He is a graphic and web designer. He makes a 6-figure income. And 4 weeks after we had our baby last January, he got let go from his job. And that was like the worst timing ever, So we were like, okay, we had savings. We had a lot of savings because we were trying to save for a house. But I basically said to him, look, I just had a baby. I really want this opportunity to run with Beachbody. Can you maybe stay and be like the stay-at-home dad and let me be like the work-at-home mom, and let's see what happens. And that's what we did last year. And I feel that's whenever my business really took over. He gave me that opportunity. We lived on our savings for a while. But now, I think it was the end of last year, I matched my husband's income. So technically I've retired him. So now we're making decent money. It's completely coming in through Beachbody. My husband's retired, and I'm now like 3-star qualifying. So it hasn't been an overnight success or anything like that. It's been very, very consistent, but that was really the key to it. And that's why I wanted to tell you all, is just because it doesn't happen overnight, or just because it doesn't happen in the first year or 2 years, doesn't mean it can't happen. And sometimes I look back on those 9 months when I was pregnant and I'm like, why did I slow down? I could have been 9 months even, closer to where I want to be. But that's the way it was. And it doesn't matter even if you take a break, if you need it or anything like that, you can still come back in, you can still reignite your business. It just takes that decision. So I guess that's where I really want to lead into why I feel Success Club is so important. Because if we don't have that target or anything to aim for, we're never really going to push ourselves. Only the super, super motivated will ever really set these barriers for themselves, whereas, we all have this goal. But for me, Success Club, it really determines between your success and failure as a coach in the long term. It's a benchmark for success. And I think that's very, very important, because I think a lot of people look at Success Club as this sort of, I have to hit Success Club 5, and they're stressing out and everything about it. And other people are kind of looking at it like, I want my freebie. That's the way I looked at it. I wanted my ticket to Summit, right? So I want you all to sort of start thinking about Success Club in a different way. It's your measure of how successful your business is and how fast it is growing. And for example, there are a few statistics that I would like to share with you. So if you have a pen, get scribbling. But on average, those who hit Success Club 5 consistently every month for 2 to 3 years will end up having a $50,000 annual income. So Success Club 5, 2 to 3 years, $50,000 annual income. That's good, right? It's not bad. It's not bad money at all. It's really good money. Those that are hitting Success Club 10 consistently for 18 months are going to have the same income. They're going to be averaging about $50,000 after 18 months. So you're basically cutting your time in half right there, boom, for hitting Success Club 10 every month. And those who are consistently hitting Success Club 10 every month for 2 to 3 years are averaging 6-figure income. So that's what you got to realize what Success Club is about. If you're consistently hitting it every month, then it's just a matter of time before you're making this type of money. It's an average. It's not like, this is what you're going to get. Some people will do more, some will do less. It just depends. And for those who aren't or are struggling to hit Success Club, just know that this is what you really have to start looking at and start getting to work at. It's not about, I need a Success Club because everyone else is doing it. If you're serious about building your business and you want to free yourself, or whatever your goal is, whatever your why is, you need to start really focusing to really, really aim for your Success Club. I know you hear that all the time, but that is basically your measurements right there. If you can get your 5 every month, in 2 to 3 years, you can be averaging this amount of money. If you can get your 10, in 18 months, you can be averaging this type of money. So remember that. It's something that really sticks out in my mind, and something I've been reminding my team of a lot. These are the figures right here. So in those months where you feel like, I'm not so sure, I can't really be bothered this month, maybe I'll just do the crazy dash for the last 7 days of the month. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it, okay? Just remember you're in this for the long haul, for at least your 2 to 3 years. If your goal is those $50,000 annual, just push yourself for that. You can do that. That's a short-term sacrifice, right? But of course, Success Club is not easy for anyone. It's not easy for me just because I said, oh my gosh, I get a certain amount of points every month. It is not bloody easy, okay, at all. So basically, it's a reflection of how much you're going to work those points. Yes, those who are full-time Beachbody coaches have a lot more time to dedicate to it, but it does not mean just because you're not full-time, you can't do it. It just means you really got to utilize your power hours. You really got to focus your time and be really, really, really consistent. And that's really the difference between a successful coach and yourself. Not saying you're not successful, but I mean like the top of the top. The only difference between you and Lindsay Matway is consistency over time. That's the only difference. There's no reason why you can't be that top coach. You just got time and you got to be consistent. And those two things, you will do it, right? There's hope for us all. Yay! So focusing on how to get your success club, right? Sorry to say it, it's the 3 vital behaviors, pure and simple, okay? But this is something I've been working really hard on with my team, is that every day we try to be really accountable. We share our accountability in the page of what we're doing. The first thing I say to my team in the morning is, okay, who has done their invites? This is the amount I've done. And we all kind of set our own benchmark for how many people we're going to invite every day. For me personally, I aim to invite 20 people a day. Some people 10 to 5, whatever it is, whatever they're comfortable with according to their goals. You know, if your goal is to be 5-star elite by the end of this year or next year, you better be, you know, inviting at least 20 people a day. If your goal is just Success Club 10, I'd say aim for 10 invites a day. If your goal is Success Club 5 to 10 invites a day. The point is, don't fall into this trap of doing mass invites and just hoping for the best that people are going to reach out to you. I will tell you this right now, something I've been doing as of the last month or two, I fell out of this. I was just doing mass invites and I was really writing off my success last year of my results after having a baby, and people were gravitating to me. But it started to slow down a lot, and I fell into that trap of not personally inviting people. Since I've been doing that the last 2 months, my business has boomed again. And it's something that I've been getting all my new coaches to do from day one, is to get them consistently inviting every single day. Doing some kind of activity tracker, whatever it is you follow, know how many you're going to invite a day. I got my notepad here. I can't really show you because I got my notes on it, but I basically have a list every day. 10, and I'll write the names. And I know that I've done them for the day. We take photos and we post it in our Team Shine team page. We show we've done those invites. And every day I'll do my 10, 20, whatever it is. So I urge you all to do that. Don't be falling into that trap of thinking, I don't need to personally invite people. You have to. The majority of people don't want to come forward. The majority of people are scared, or they, no matter how nice you make yourself on Facebook, the majority of people will think you may judge them if they come to you and say, I want more information about your challenge. You got to reach out to them. And that's actually such a compliment to them when it's worded correctly, obviously. It's not like, do you want to do my challenge because you need to lose weight? You know, that's not a compliment. But when it's worded correctly, like, hey, you know, I got this challenge coming up. I'm looking for 5 women who want to have fun, get in shape. This is going to be a blast. You know, you make everything really positive. But you got to do those messages every single day. And I say get them done first thing. Eat your frog. Just get it out of the way. Something else about hitting your success club. The key is, I keep saying here, is consistency. Doing your invites every single day. But also, remember, this is not a 9-to-5 type job. And I think this is something that we all fall into the trap of a little bit as well. The weekend comes and it's like, okay, I'm not really going to do my social media so much, or okay, I'm not going to invite in the weekend. I'll go back to inviting on Monday. Don't fall into that trap, because you know what? This is not your 9-to-5 job. And even for us who are full-time, we don't do it 9 to 5. I kind of do, but I still do weekends too. But the point is, it's not that setup of a job. It's a job that you need to be consistent. And that doesn't mean on your weekends you have to work for hours. It simply means get your invites done, be proof the product works, and do a little bit of social media. Share your sweaty workout photo. Share something inspiring. It takes like, 30 minutes to an hour a day to do that. Don't let yourself go on the weekends. You still got to be there for those people who are watching you and being inspired. That's something I really want to stress. I was stressing that a lot in my team call last night. We're not a 9-to-5 type job, so don't get that 9-to-5 attitude of, oh, it's the weekend, I want to take a break. If you want to be successful here, you can't really afford to take those breaks. Again, you don't need to stress yourself out putting time in, but just be consistent. So show up every day. Suggestions, like I said, sweaty workout photos. Share your struggles. You know, you could be sharing a weekend struggle. Oh my gosh, it's the weekend. I really don't want to do my workout, but I did it. Woohoo! Or whatever. You know, share your struggles, share your successes, but show up every day. That's what's going to inspire those people. And also, once your momentum is going from your consistency, when you're tracking that you've been inviting every single day, even if you've been doing it for 7 days, if you suddenly hit your success club, don't just pull back and be like, oh, yeah, I did it. I got my success club. Okay, I'm going to do that again next month. I'm going to consistently invite for 7 days again next month. Don't do that. You keep your momentum going. Don't ever pull back. That's how this will just snowball. like completely out of control, and you'll be suddenly doing 10 points, 15 points, 20 points. I mean, why can't you hit Success Club 20? Why can't any of you be doing that or hit Success Club 30? Why? There's absolutely no reason why not. It just comes down to consistency every day. It may not mean people are going to gravitate to you in, 3 days after your invite, or suddenly you're going to be making a load of points. By the way, I got really bad deja vu. That's really weird. But, maybe in a year or so, suddenly you have so many people gravitating to you because you never gave up, because you were there every single day, inviting constantly. So you got to give yourself that chance of just really doing a little experiment. This is actually what my call to action is going to be with this call. I want you for every single day for the next 7 days. Decide how many people you want to personally invite every day and do it. Keep a note every single day and do those invites. Send out, and they have to be new people, right? That's the rules. New people, follow-ups don't count because you're going to follow up with those invites also. You want to be like loading your pipeline. And I want you to see the difference in 7 days. And see also how you feel. There's going to be a difference in how you feel about your business, your outlook. You're going to be actually feeling like, hey, I'm doing something. Maybe no one will have actually bought anything, but the point is you're going to feel a lot more empowered about your business, not sitting around feeling powerless. Why can't I hit Success Club? Why is Natalie getting 20 points? It's like, you know what? You're going to feel so much more empowered because you're doing something about it. And the ones who are being really successful in this business, because they're the ones that are doing something about it. They're getting to work. So we all got to get to work to achieve our dreams. There's no chasing them. We make our dreams happen. I'm all for vision boards and visualizing and positive affirmations. Natalie knows that. I'm like the queen of all that airy fairy stuff, but you got to put everything into action. That's the key there. And then, yeah, it is hard to keep your motivation up. I've been consistently inviting 10 people a day for 6 months. You need to keep your fire lit by just reconnecting with your why. That's the key here. You got to know why. If your why does not make you cry, you've got to dig deeper. And that's what we were told to go pro. It's like an onion, okay? You got to peel back these layers. You got to sit down and really get to work and work out why you're a Beachbody coach. And you're not allowed to accept, I want to help other people, because we all want that, okay? But you got to realize what your true why is, and don't stop until you get to the bottom of it, until you're shedding a tear. Virtually no one but the leaders know this, but I posted like a terrible video about 6 months ago in the leader page. When my family, they come and visit like once a year from Ireland, and every time they leave, it gets harder and harder. My parents are getting older. I don't know if that's the last time I'll ever say bye to them, right? And I was just heartbroken when we left them the airport after Christmas. I actually couldn't talk for several hours. I just couldn't stop crying. And it was actually in that moment that dawned on me on the way back home from the airport from leaving them that I realized what my why was. My why is that I want to be able to make enough money that I can bring my family over here. And I don't mean that like the old school days where I need to work to bring my family from this country. But I want to be able to provide a really nice house for my parents in this country. They have a great house and everything in Northern Ireland, but there's free healthcare over there. And when you're an old person, you don't really want to leave that, okay, for having to pay insurance and all this stuff. So that's my other thing. I want to be able to give them a comfortable home in a safe area, but also provide them their health care, because those are the two things they're hesitant about that would hold them back from coming and being closer with me. So it was in that moment that I realized I want to be able to make enough money to, one, buy them a house, and to cover their health care. So obviously it's a pretty big goal because I want to buy myself a house too. But that was my why. I was crying my eyes out over it, crying my heart out. And I realized that's my why. And that's why I'm not giving up. I'm not going to give up until I get them here and we're all safe and secure. And at that point, I'll probably be so happy that I still won't be giving up because I love this business. So you got to get connected with your why. Or the reason why I was saying the leaders know this, because I made a video while I was in the car crying. It was very Blair Witch Project and snot running out of the nose and everything. I was like, ah! And I shared it in the leader page. I sort of recorded it in the hope that one day when I'm the top coach, Carl will put it on at Summit and be like, this was her vow to become #1. And she did it. Okay, so someday you'll all look forward to seeing that video, right? But that was it. I found it. It took 2 years. 2 years to really find my why, because I never had a why when I signed up, right? My why was, well, I want to be consistent with my workout, which is totally valid. It was my why at the time. It can be your why, but whys grow and change. They develop, they turn into something completely different because your priorities change, your goals change. I didn't know my husband was going to be let go as soon as we had a baby. So things change, and yeah, so get right with your why. Okay, and also just, watch your self-talk whenever you're going into your invites, because you're all going to be doing that for the next 7 days, doing your consistent invites every day. But before you go into them, I want you to get your head right, okay? You got to flip the switch. You're not going into it going, oh my gosh, I think this person's probably going to say no. This person's not even going to reply. You got to really sit down and be like, you know what? I'm going to help 3 people today. 3 people are going to say yes to me. I'm going to have my success club in 1 day, baby, okay? You got to just have that positive outlook when you're going into your invites. So whatever it is, jump up and down in the bed for 5 minutes, get happy, or jump up and down on someone on the bed, I don't know, or, do your affirmations. I'm sorry, I'm Irish, it just comes out. But do your affirmations or do a workout, get pumped, get happy, get that attitude going. Attitude of gratitude, sit down and do a couple minutes of gratitude, just get happy, and then go into your invites with a totally different energy of I'm going to help someone. You would be so surprised how much it changes your business, because people are feeling that energy from you while you're talking to them. They want that energy too, and you're believing in yourself. So flip the switch. Don't accept no's from yourself. Don't be expecting no's. And also, just a quick tip, whenever you're inviting anyone, go into it thinking, no matter what, I'm giving this person a solution. And I'm not saying everyone has to get a challenge pack. You can at least get them signed up as a free customer. You can at least get them on a 30-day trial of Beachbody On Demand, completely free. You're giving them a fitness program. They can get results. Hello, that's what they were looking for in the first place. Okay, so go into it saying, no matter who I'm talking to, I'm going to end this conversation with them having some kind of solution, whether I'm their free coach, whether they're in my free group, whether they're on Beachbody On Demand, whether they just got the program on its own, or they bought a challenge pack. Everyone's getting a solution from you. Everyone, okay? Okay. My notes here. Almost done, I swear. Okay, so 3 ways to invite. First of all, yes, we do want to do mass invites, but you're not going to be doing mass invites every day. You want to do that like once every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. It's to plant a seed. So the first way is create an event page for your upcoming challenge. Okay, so you're going to get that together and just, share it with all your friends. Invite all your friends. Really easy, but you get it out there. You're planting the seeds. Then you'll want to post publicly on your Facebook page, or what I do is I share my event to my Facebook page. And I write like a caption. I'll have like a photo, whether it's, a before and after, or a smiley photo, like, whatever it is, have a photo that's enticing. And you want to target your audience also. For me, I want to target moms. That's my niche, or niche, whatever you guys call it. So you want to target them, and you also want to create scarcity. Okay, create scarcity. You're not going to be like, I have 20 spots. No, you're going to say, I have 3 places. And you know what? The sign-up closes in 3 days. So who wants it? Because you want people to be like, when a sale comes out and you hear, oh my gosh, like this sale's only gonna last for 2 days. Like you freak out and you get your butt to that store, right? So you want to create scarcity in a public post. And also you want to say on it, comment below if you're interested. And the thing about that is when people are starting to comment on your posts, it's going to stay more in the newsfeed. That's how Facebook works, right? Comment back to them. Never ignore their comments. Reply back and tag them. So if they say I'm interested or whatever, great. You can talk to them in private chat, but always comment back saying, great, Natalie, sending you a message now, or whatever. Keep that comment box pumping, because that's going to keep it in the newsfeed. And when you tag them back, like, great, Natalie, I'm going to contact you now, well, that'll suddenly appear in Natalie's newsfeed, so all her friends will see it too. Okay, that's what you want to do. So here's a sample of what you would want to write in a mass invite. It is kind of long, so you probably won't get it all written down, but you can get it from the recording, I'm sure. So you want to just say something like, hey everyone, I'm starting a 60-day new Fit You challenge group. You don't want to be like, don't say the program name or whatever like that. Just give it like a fun little name. give it a date. So we start on July 16th. I'm looking for 3 women or men who are interested in getting fit for the summer. We are going to be completing a at-home 60-day fitness program, as well as using a dialed-in meal plan that comes with your program. We will also be replacing 1 meal a day with the healthiest meal of the day called Shakeology, and we'll be participating in a support group where you and other challengers will be supporting each other every step of the way. And you'll also get me as a coach to guide you. That's all you really want to share. You want to get down to the nitty-gritty, but without all, the Beachbody jargon that no one else understands. You don't really want to be saying challenge group. People are like, what the heck is that? You want to just say supportive accountability group, all those kind of buzzwords, create the scarcity. So that's the way you'd want to do that. So, okay, we had the event invite, post publicly. That's 2 ways to invite. And then, of course, thirdly, the most important way is your private messaging, which you have to do every day. And so a sample of a private invite would be really, really simple, really straightforward, non-threatening. I would say something like, hey, Natalie, I'm starting a 30-day fitness and nutrition challenge, and I'm looking for 5 ladies to get started with me on this fitness journey. Would you happen to know of anyone who would be interested in joining? I'm not directly inviting that person. And this is a huge thing that Eric Worre does, is that you don't really want to directly invite sometimes because it makes people freak out. But also, they'll be listening because they will be wanting to pay attention for themselves. So they'll keep the conversation going. Or if they're genuinely not interested, they can refer you. I've got so many referrals from doing that. Anyway, and then you can say, I'm not sure if you've seen my fitness runs, but I'm really excited about the progress I've made. And I want to pay it forward and find more people to help. You're saying something really nice, like I want to help people, I want to pay it forward, I've had great results. Do you know anyone who would be interested? That's all you want to do. You just want to copy and paste that and send it to your 10 invites a day. Then send it to your 10 invites the next day. Some people will ignore it. Some people will start engaging in conversation. Some people will follow through to the video sharing. Some people will go right through to the videos. Some people will buy. Most won't. It sucks. It's 9 out of 10 people won't eventually make the sale, but our job is to basically sift through and find those that will, find those who are ready. Because like Carl was saying the other day, I'm going to piggyback off Carl's F-bomb post, which was, no one wants to eat healthy. No one wants to work out. Everyone wants the easy solution. It's only when people have exhausted all those other options or they're just done, those are the ones who are ready. And that's why the majority of people say no. Even though they say yes to start, they end up saying no because they're just not ready. But our job is not to judge or prejudge or whatever. It's to be out there, to be the golden ticket for them, offer our solution, and know that you have something that they need. And it's your job to educate them and create awareness with them of why they need you. And that really comes down to you getting connected to their why. Always asking, what's got them interested in this? Share with me your goals. Once you start getting them emotionally connected to why they need to be in your challenge, why they need this product, you basically got them, because they're suddenly making that connection where, oh my gosh, this could change my life. And you're showing that you care. You're being the coach. You're not being silly. And then, it's just walking them through the details, overcoming objections and all that. But the right people will say yes. But it's your job to go through your invites every day and find those people. It's not to sit there and think, oh my gosh, who's going to say no today? It's to say, oh my gosh, who's the person who's going to say yes? Where are they? I want to find you. And the next thing you know, you might just sign up a Natalie or a Heather or Lindsay Matway. Who knows? I couldn't think of a guy. Scotty Hobbs, right? Scotty Hobbs. But yeah,
sorry, I had to interrupt that one. You didn't know you didn't remember his name?
I remember what I did call him.
Sorry.
Whenever we were at leadership, we had a few drinks, and Scotty, I was going to call him that again, was looking a little bit hot, and I had a Freudian slip, and I called him Hottie Hobbs. So yeah, okay, that's my Beachbody crush. Natalie loves Carl. So that's basically in a nutshell. I just really want to talk about, Success Club really stems from your consistency, and that stems from your inviting and just getting to work. And your inviting doesn't need to take hours a day. See this stuff up here? This is roughly my schedule, and I have it broken down into power hours of things that I do. So there's a power hour of just follow up and messages. There's a power hour of just finding and inviting. You don't need to have something like this. I'm full time, but what you do need to have is a power hour and at least 15 minutes of inviting in there, 15 minutes of following up. And then just, the other vital behaviors, being a product of product, personal development. Super key. I'm not even going to go off on personal development. I'll leave that to Natalie. But that's it. It's just consistency. I always say there's 4 vital behaviors. The 4th one is consistency because it ties them all together. You will never succeed in this business unless you're consistent with those 3 behaviors. And that's the only secret to this business. It's the only one. I actually had this conversation with Lindsay Matway at Leadership last year. And I was just, saying about how so many people start to ask as they see you succeeding, what are you doing different? And it's like, we're not doing anything different. We're just doing more of it. We're just being very, very consistent. And we're just trying to do bigger and better every time. Instead of doing 10 invites today, I'm going to try to do 20 or 30 or whatever. I mean, the idea of doing 30 invites kind of scares me. But the point is, that's all people at the top are doing. They're just doing more of it. But they're doing it, and they're getting to work. And that's all you've got to do is get to work. So, again, that's all I really want to say. But your call to action is to decide how many invites you're going to do a day, depending on what your goal is. If your goal is Success Club 5 for the month, I would say minimum invite 5 people a day. If your goal is Success Club 10, minimum invite 10 people a day. You want more? You want to go faster? So just go bananas with your invites, okay? But be consistent every day and watch how your business will change. Track it and just watch how it changes. That's my call to action for the next 7 days. Just watch how your business changes. Watch how it changes you and how you feel in your business. And I think that's it. All these 3 are a surefire way to hit Success Club every month. Boom, the end. So, does anyone have any questions or anything?
Does anybody, if you do, raise your hand and I'll unmute you. I just have to say that was amazing, and I will be listening to it again because I got so much out of it that I didn't write anything down, but I will be, because you had awesome things to say, and the private invites is huge, and some of your scripting was awesome. So yeah, this is definitely one I'm gonna listen to again, probably later tonight. So does anybody have anything? I can unmute you. Comment.
If you just wanted tips as well of a really good coach to follow at the minute, follow Anita Myron. She's like the #5 coach or whatever. All her YouTube videos, she leaves everything open. She shares everything.
Yeah.
I've learned so much in the last few months from following her stuff.
Her video about how she runs her month from day 1 to the end of the month has changed everything for me. From the free challenge group at the beginning to, your paid challenge to sneak peek to, she's incredible.
Yeah.
So definitely Anita Myron. She's done awesome things in a very short period of time. So she's killing it. And her coach, Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie someone.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing awesome. And those are names, you always hear Matt Way, you always hear Melanie Mitro, but the thing is there's so many successful coaches. There's not just a handful. There's like thousands of successful coaches. And I had a conversation with Kim Carter, who is at corporate. He was my go-to for a while. And he's like, he's big into network marketing. He's been, a network marketer himself. He's done different corporate network marketing. He said, I've never been in a network marketing company that has the most successful people. Usually there's like the ones at the top or whatever, but he said, this one, like there's so many of them and it continues to grow like that. So that's super, super cool. It's not just the top 10 or even the top 100. I mean, the top 1,000, 10,000 are super successful. So I don't know. I just went on a tangent there, but
actually, you reminded me of another quick short story, if I can share it. It's kind of random, a little bit off topic. But about 3 weeks ago, I had this guy message me on my Facebook, and he was all like, hey, I'm really interested in learning about your opportunity. Can we connect? And I was like, wow, awesome. Someone came to me, to become a coach. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, I can send you some information. And he's like, no, let's talk on the phone. I'm like, oh, crap. I'm like, okay. So we set up an appointment for the next day, and I called him, and, we're talking away and blah, blah, blah. And he was asking all about it. And then about halfway through the call, so at 30 minutes into it, I realized he was trying to recruit me. To his company. But he was awesome. Like, he's amazing. He's got to be somewhere near the top. He was so good. But he actually sort of gave up about 3/4 of the way through, and he said, you know what, I can't do this to you. I can hear how passionate you are, that I just don't even want to take you away from what you're doing because you just seem so happy. And he said that, you know, that's the one thing about Beachbody. Out of all the other people I've talked to in their other MLMs, everyone with Beachbody has a different energy. They seem really genuinely happy. And he said, I don't know if it's because it's the fitness thing and everyone is so high on their own, you know, transformations and helping others. But he said it's the only one he's seen where no one really wants to leave. Everyone's really happy. And I thought that was a huge compliment to us. So I just really wanted to share that there are so many other companies out there, but I truly couldn't see myself selling insurance or whatever. You know, this is a product that where you could be the greediest person in the world, just saying, you know what, I just want to get to the top and make all that money. And that's fine, no judgment. But no matter what, to get to the top, it means you had to help every single person along the way because you're giving them a solution to change their lives and you're changing your team's lives. So it's amazing. It's an amazing company. That's all I wanted to say. Please, if anyone has questions, like, let's go for it because I'm such an open book and this is your chance.
Anyone? Okay.
You all come on the summit next week?
I think we're about 60, 70%.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you all at the house party.
Yeah. Thank you so much for all your value tonight. You just blew it out of the park. You really did. I can't wait to re-listen to it because I'm going to take a ton of notes. I hate that I didn't. You're supposed to take notes on these calls.
Well, it's my pleasure. I really enjoyed it. And I have to do a shout out to Team Shine. They told me I got to represent. Sorry, I had to do it. So, woo!
Hey.
Team Shine.
Awesome. Love the shirt. Okay, real quick, since more people joined since we took the picture, let's take another one.
Yes, because that's exactly what I was thinking too. So everyone, bye.
All right, cool. All right. Well, thank you. And I can't wait to see you next week. Love you.
Love you. And seriously, you guys, you can like rock this business. Just go for it. Don't even listen to the negative talk in your head. Anyone can do this. Anyone. If this immigrant with no friends could do it, you can do it. So just run with it, okay? Have a great night, guys. Mwah.